Alright guys, so welcome back to an episode of Genshin Impact, y'all guys. Yep, you know what it is. So yeah. So yeah. We're gonna continue on with Chapter 4, Act 5, y'all guys. So let's just do this shit.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on?
Hey, we're famous.
What I might see? The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Mirapede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blind adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress. So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
That sure seems to be the case.
Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
Alright. Continue moving forward. It says looks like we have to go back up. So yeah.
We're here! Oh, Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
Alright.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake!
It hasn't already sold out for the day.
Oh, it's so delicious the last time we tried it! Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. I'm sure it'll be great!
Yeah, like Paimon, nah.
One slice of cake, please. Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Norvalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you. Sijouin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Oh, you know Sijouin?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You do try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Alright.
And there she goes. delicious. It's more delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
But sadly, we can't. It says to leave the hotel.
Oh, we're near the Seabird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Alright. Ah, fucking hell. Can't do that because of the Steambird interview mission. Ah, fuck. What the fuck that I did that? Like, I thought it was down there, that's why. Truly spectacular weather today, no? Yes, truly. If only the weather was this cooperative every workday, I should be more merry indeed. And speaking of work, my dear, are you here to interview for the troubleshooter position advertised in the Tales of Humanity session? Are you not? I am. Excellent. Why didn't you ask any questions about the tile troubleshooter? And thus it can be submissed than Ethan's word choice. Well, in Cedric, it's simple and easy to understand. Putting that shit aside for a moment, would you like to know how I was able to correctly ascertain that you were here for a job and not seeking to ask for help in our Tales of Humanity session? Observation: every citizen who comes to Steambird seeking help appears anxious and jittery, but your steps are relaxed, your expressions calm. Those who are fortunate are all the same. Those who fall victim to misfortune all have their own woes. But you need worry. Those who seek assistance from others via Tales of Humanity haven't run into any serious trouble, so it shouldn't be hard to handle. Have a look at the batch of commissions. Oh, we got a new recipe. Wow. That's crazy. All you need to do is find some time every week to read through the submissions of Tales of Humanity. Pay off your commissions you like to handle, and come find me to collect your payment. Some commissions are drop dead simple. You won't believe it. But you shouldn't underestimate the value of your work. For us, the problems with their submissions may appear to be easy and insignificant, but for the readers submitting their problems, they're like a splinter under their fingernails, impossible to remove it or ignore. If we can help extract these splinters, then in addition to the monetary rewards, you will also receive the respect and gratitude of people, and your reputation among the citizenry will increase over time. If that happens, I'll give you more complicated and important jobs. Help everyone to achieve happiness and be a lighthouse illuminating humanity, such as calling up the paper, such are the feelings and aspirations of every publisher. No need for an interview. Your interview was complete before you even arrived. Don't be surprised, I have my ways. If I couldn't even manage that, how can I manage a newspaper? Alright, I told you everything you need to know about the job. As for whether or not you want to take it, that's up to you now. Think it over. Okay. Wait. There's Charlotte right there. So yeah.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler in Paimon! Have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Ha! You got some nerve! You just used up to make some quick mora!
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
But I do know that you're a jerk, Paimon.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper. A really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
Yeah.
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary traveler at Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
You seriously want to interview me?
Yeah. Are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Wait, Charlotte, I've still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh, that's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist, first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Right.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kind of envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Alright. The primordial sea.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh?
Oh, the regular sea, okay.
Paimon's been thinking,
What
if it
is
wasn't
it?
Fontaine, but all of Teyvat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
If I could choose, huh? Just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to decide what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
To that moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying on.
You mean, still traveling?
Yes, and cherish every single moment.
Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations to end this busy day, and the next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts an interview in the oh my god, Spina de Rusa safe house. Alright. Navia have finished her business and Passion even drops by to take a photo of the two of you. All goes well.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. Not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Mirapede.
Oh, so you under the impression that we might be wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Let's hear the shit.
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well,
Wow.
that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
Alright.
That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, alright then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Wow.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Port Sullivan.
You sure caught on quickly.
If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervalet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
Nah.
In
Nah.
that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
Might be wondering why the hell do I keep doubting Paimon? Because she is basically dumb, bro. Like she doesn't know.
Looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as...
There she is.
right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Shush.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Verena. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Farina.
Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina. It's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
We saw you crying, girl. Like,
Farina,
no point in hiding it.
you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
Farina, this is serious. Like, we saw you crying that you couldn't stop the prophecy from happening. Like, stop trying to put on an act, Farina. This is serious.
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marsh Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them too.
Stop trying to act tough, Farina. Like, you was just crying. Like you couldn't stop the shit.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
No.
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
Yeah, we had to catch up with her.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Alright. So yeah. Farina's running from a mob.
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This place is not what I call soundproof.
You're right.
Yep, that's a good girl.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
As I said,
Yeah.
sister.
A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in full song, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Has Farina finally reached her limit? Now that she's talking about her actual feelings. She's starting to look far less stiff. Yeah, now she's showing her genuine feelings, bro, as opposed to just acting out her feelings. You begin to talk amongst yourselves as Farina slowly calms down.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Teyvat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
But even then...
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
That would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
Oh my god, drop the fucking acting for once, Farina. And get fucking serious about this whole prophecy thing.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! I could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
For real, like, can you stop the fucking acting for once? Farina, like, a bunch of people is bound to lose their lives in Fontaine if we don't do something. We're running out of time. We can't just go back to square one like this. I have to get more information from her. Farina. Although people are willing to share the burden.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was stated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, just share it with me. I'm what you call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Teyvat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Teyvat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
No time left. Please, Farina, just spit it out already. Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Focalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
What
I
the hell?
can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
For real, like, when you have your hands up like this, that basically motions that you're surrendering to the cops. And it's always been like that.
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary.
Nah, it looked more like you were surrendering as opposed to accepting.
I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Croissant. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words, this shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin! Woohoo! Now we're making history.
Maybe let be like, oh, not this bitch with her acting.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness up to that. My accuser and fated opponent.
We were so close to getting her to tell us the truth, and it still turned out like this in the end. It's okay though, as long as we could defeat Farina in the court, we'll still have a chance to figure everything out. Yeah. I don't want to have it to come down to this, Farina, but if it has to be done, it has to save everyone from Fontaine. It has to be done.